Hey, God dang it. I got bad connection. Connection might be a little slow, lagging. God, be more careful. God, be more careful. Ooh, good gracious. Anybody that coming in, you gotta bear with me, man. Oh, I wonder if I switch over to my Wi-Fi now, what would happen? Let's see. Guys, I'm just getting set up. I said 7 o'clock. Yes, I know. We have poor connection here going on, so poor connection, poor connection, poor connection. Hi. Hello. Hello, everybody. Just come in. How are you doing? So let's roll on over here. I'm going to give the show 2 minutes like normal. See if we can get somebody up in here. See who all we can get up in here. We have a very great abundance of you guys. So just waiting here. Waiting. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So we'll start in 1 more minute. Hope everybody's been doing okay. Nice to see everybody rolling up in here. Hello. Jelessa, you came in twice. I wonder why. I saw Miss Lori today at work. Hello, Miss Lori. How are you? Again. Hello, everybody. All right, so welcome to Fierce Friday, which this is a multiple sclerosis based show. If you didn't know, guys that are watching, for those that are diagnosed with MS and those that are not diagnosed with MS, I'm here to bridge the gap between the two to let you guys know that this silent disease is out there, and please be aware of what's going on. Hey, by all means, if you don't know what MS is, this is like the best place to be. Either here or Monday on my page around about the same time, because you will learn a great deal. Feel free to ask anyone questions or getting to the discussions that we're having on every show. But hey, this is your favorite MS warrior, LaRon. Tired. Been a long week for me. Got my treatment. Sat in the chair for 5-6 hours, looking crazy. Probably sleep for maybe like an hour or so. But anyway. So how are you guys? I hope everybody's okay. And thank you for those that are coming in. For those that I don't see, and those that pass on your way, I do apologize. I am going off of my mobile feed because my Wi-Fi here is like sucking right now, and so you're gonna hear or see so I do apologize about that. But today's episode, guys, we are talking about MS not having you. Okay. I talked to an employee today that their mom has MS, and their mom is like this, tight up in the corner, doesn't talk about it. I didn't really get into close detail about yes, Miss Tracy, I did my second treatment of Ocrevus. It was my first full dosage though, so I don't have to take it until January of next year on the 2nd. I didn't see that pop off. But yeah, so her mom doesn't talk about it. Um, hey, Mel, and everybody that's coming in, I do truly appreciate you guys watching. Uh, no, I'm not on to Sabri. I'm on Ocrevus. I started Ocrevus in January of this year. But her mom doesn't talk about it. She's not sure why her mom doesn't talk about it. They don't know anything about it. And I don't know how long she's been diagnosed. Really not sure. But then I happened to go and talk to someone else that's in the military. And talking to them, they said their wife just found out that they were diagnosed 3 years ago. And the government sucks. Let me just say that. I can't really get into that conversation. Not just yet. But the government sucks when it comes down to MS. That's not the only story that I've come across where the military is like just real sucky when it comes down to just illnesses, period. But with this disease, it's like crazy. But so MS doesn't have you. And why I put emphasis on that is because looking at those stories where you get diagnosed at the beginning, you come across those neurologists where they might not be giving you the correct information, or you're not just able to find information with support, or you're looking online, it's overwhelming. You allow MS to just come into your life. It's already taking stuff away from you as of possible mobility, seeing, thinking, and so just not being able to talk about what's going on with you, or just being overwhelmed off of what you see other people go through. You have a tendency as a patient of MS to go and get scared. And I guarantee, if not me, a lot of other warriors that are watching, that are looking, that are listening, understand the reason for that. And that goes with anybody with chronological diseases and whatnot, and cancer, AIDS, ALS. It's scary, especially if you don't know what's going on. And Tracy, your first dose is in November. You can't wait. All right, let me know how it goes. Keep me in contact. So my bullet points today are, and I didn't even say bulletins that time. I don't know if anybody caught that. I said bullet points off the first go round. Ha! What? Sid, UK only allows Ocrevus to relapse remitting MS, not progressive. Oh, wow. Sid, really? Hey, I would love to talk to you a little bit more on your PPMS. If you don't mind, I'll hit you up probably tomorrow. I'll hit you up probably tomorrow, Sid, and talk to you about that. And that's it's not great at all. And it's so sad that in areas and then some areas you can't do this because and a lot of it comes from what's in medication. A lot of places overseas and some of the chemicals that are being used to create this medication kind of has you thinking, you know what I'm saying, wondering about a lot of things. But our bullet points today is finding good in the bad. That's our first one. Our second one is being optimistic. And then our last but not least, let's focus more on recreating less on returning to old. And I will get to that. It might sound a little confusing and maybe not, but you understand a little bit more when I get to that part. Now, I'll start off with finding good in the bad. No one feels that it's good to go into the doctor office and be diagnosed with MS. Nobody. And that's like an understatement. Why would you want to go in there and be like, oh, I'm diagnosed with MS? Oh, woo! Nah, you're not going to see that, right? You got to excuse my chickens if you heard that. But, so, the thing what I mean about finding the good in the bad is, once you've been diagnosed, it's like all of the bad things come in. It just everything pops out bad. You're looking at the fact that now you might have to leave work. You're not going to be able to involve yourself with the family like you normally would. And with everybody that's coming in, guys, I totally appreciate you watching. For those that are leaving, I do apologize if the show is not what you were thinking. But come back next time. Maybe the topic will be a little bit more of your liking. But again, I think I'm back. But your radar is set once you get diagnosed with something this strong. You're set to allow everything bad to come in. And let's see what Miss Tracy said. Miss Tracy says, of all the MS info she found out, she found a lot of her stuff through social media, more than Google, because it's real people who have the disease, not the generic book version. And that's true. And and that's one reason why I pride myself on doing what I'm doing, is trying to get people to talk more about it, because we are walking encyclopedias. We're walking facts. Our facts change when it comes to different people, but it's true to certain people as well, because someone just like you that's going through the same thing didn't mean to double up. I'm not sure. You didn't double up. Jessica says, wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy. I feel the same way. But the thing about it, guys, not wanting to constantly focus, and that's why people don't talk. That's why people are so scared. They're only hearing and they're only seeing bad things. Look at somebody calling in. Look at the groups. A lot of our groups, and this is going to be seen by some groups. I'm going to share, and this is why I'm saying this. Look at our groups. Some of our groups we have where there are they're like I'm sorry, my son's phone and call him. But there are more sad stories, as in not people. It's different when, let me make sure I say this right. It's different when you're posting and you're asking someone, hey, I'm having spasms in this area and whatnot, and it's killing me, and I'm so depressed and I'm tired of it. Has anyone ever had this issue? Versus, I just totally, constantly, I can't take this no more. I don't know what I'm going through. I don't just straight out sad and just constantly blah 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 blah. Once you get your mindset and you get stuck in that depressed mode, and it just drains you. And then you also drain other people. And a lot of the groups that I am in, and that I do be a part of, I'm not seeing that as per se. You know, this was like previous groups I was a part of, where when I first started, it's like, God, it's almost like people were dying. And I'm like, why, you know, somebody leaves your Facebook group, why am I going to be part of this group when I'm already depressed? I feel bad just by the doctor diagnosing me. At first I was okay, and then like within a couple of months, then my body just said, and so why do I want to, and this group ain't making it no better. So I had to exit myself from that. It was like toxic. And it was almost like they loved it. And if you tried to push any type of positivity in there, it's like people was like, oh, why are you spreading this? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? You can go do that somewhere else. And that's sad. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if anybody else is going through that. Another warrior just told me that they got blocked out of a group because of something like that. Well, they feel that way, but we have to. I'm going back looking at some of the posts because Miss Tracy says she was agreeing with my encyclopedia thing. She knows it is. We live it. Then also Paul says he wouldn't want my enemy to get stronger. Paul, what that mean? For you guys, you might have seen me pause for a minute. I do apologize. Looking at the post here. Sherry says, you have to learn how to enjoy your MS. Enjoy each and every day. She has advanced progressive MS. It would never get better, but she's enjoying every day that she has, and she really enjoys the MS meetings. She's a leader. She's a leader of, and they really enjoy and encourage each other. Great, that's awesome. I like that. That is so awesome. Right, Jessica. Again, like I was saying, you need to find great things to focus on. Paul, you're right. We gotta stay away from the pity parties. I can sit up here and say that because there for a minute I became, actually, after I started doing what I was doing before live became what it is now, and I was doing videos and I was posting, and I was probably the same joyful person that I am today, but for some reason, another relationship wise, I became a pity party on myself, and I stepped away from all of this, and I was in such a dark place. And that's how I can tell, and that's how I can say what I'm saying, where when you allow MS to control how you feel, you might have to fight with MS when it comes down to body, physical control. But when it comes to how you feel about yourself and allowing the outcome of what MS is doing to you get the better of you, then that's when MS is winning. And then that's when MS has a better stronghold on you. And yeah, what's so joyful about being bedridden, being in a wheelchair, LaRon? You can't sit up here and say you're not in a wheelchair. I had gotten to that point. I don't have a walker. I used to use a walker. You don't got a cane. I used to have a cane. I actually still, well, no, I don't. All my stuff got thrown away. But I did that. I've been there. I hit that point. I can sit and tell you it wasn't a great it wasn't good at all. It wasn't good at all. And so I have to sit and think. Hold on, give me 1 second. My son just came home and he kind of talking loud, and I don't want him to. I'm still here, guys. All right, so we got to find the good. And what's good is the fact that we are here. There are good things around you that's happening. You just have to pay attention to them. Because the fact that you're able to move the parts that you are moving, because MS can just have such a stronghold on you till you're not able to talk, you're not able to eat. There are people out there that are in that point. So you have to sit and you got to look at yourself. Don't look at everybody else and see what they're doing. Don't look at me and see that I'm moving and all this and sit up here and say, I want to be like that. Look at yourself and see what you're doing, because someone else maybe down the street from you might not be doing what I'm doing. You know, I can't sit up here and look at somebody else that has MS that's playing basketball and that I miss playing basketball and sit up here and be like, oh, I want to be like that person, but not realizing that I can walk for a longer period of time than someone that can't walk at all. So what's not great about that? So you have to find something. You have to look at your life. You have to just almost operate on your life and see where can I find positivity at. And that's where you come in on the second bullet point of being optimistic. Now, listen, not saying that we're not going to find a cure nowhere down the line, but as of right now, we don't have a cure. So we're looking to be optimistic on more things outside of treatment, as in, look at your health. As you guys know, we have Paul that's on here that's giving us a lot of information about what we're eating, what we're putting in our body, what we're sitting up here, we're causing even pain on ourselves with our body. And who knows that the stuff that we're eating, the fast food, the toxic food that we eat on a daily basis, because it's so good that you can't just take our hands off of it, because it's so good that we didn't get cancer off of that. We didn't get any lesions to pop up off that, including the stress, including the physical trauma. Who's to say? So we can't just really rely on the drugs like we are. Not saying don't stop using them. Not saying don't look for new improvements on drugs. But then at the same token, you got to look in-house as well. You got to look at how your stress level is, what you're putting yourself in, the people that you're putting yourself around. If you got, like Paul was saying, pity parties around you all day long, that's not being optimistic at all. You can't be optimistic in a situation like that. How are you going to be happy around somebody that's always sad? That even goes with your spouse, your kids. Come on. Some of us out here tonight, listen, look, I need some good vibes. Let's try to find something at least that mom and dad can do that can make mom and dad happy as well. And let's see, we got go up a little bit here in the post I missed. Oh, okay. Sherry's in the group that you're the group of Paul. All right. Give me 1 second. My bad. All right. So then Paul also says that MS made him a stronger person. That's what he meant. That's what he meant about not wanting to make his enemy stronger. I got you. I got you now, Paul. You really don't, Paul. You really don't know how strong you are until you get faced with something like this. And you know what? A lot of people break in this situation. A lot of people break. You'll be so surprised how many people end up breaking in this type of situation. And their hope, their strength, once that's been broken, and how a disease this severe can just come in and grab hold to that and feed off of it and make things even worse, and sometimes even take your life. A lot of people don't understand that. And then I can also state that even when you become stronger, that disease also can still uppercut you and get you anyway. And in cases like that, it's very sad. And you know, you can't sit and say that doesn't happen, because it does. And I think a lot of this has a lot of rhyme and reason. And if we try to focus too hard on the reason why we got diagnosed and the reason why we're going through this, the reason why we have to live like this in pain, the more and more we feed the animal, we feed the danger, we feed the toxins that are coming off the disease that's allowing us to just whittle up and get worse. So, you know, you have to try your best to figure out, even if it's just knitting, just finding something that's going to bring a spark to you, and you grab hold of it and don't let nobody take that away from you. Not even MS. And if MS takes that away from you, then you move on to something else. You try to find something, guys. Just bring that optimistic in your life. Being optimistic, and he took this away from me, but I'm gonna go try this. I'm gonna go do this, right? And Tracy, yes, we are warriors. Miss Jessica says she has 2 children to stay strong for. You are totally correct, Jessica. And Paul adds, he looks at it like a dog being cornered. You can cower at the fear and sit in a puddle of pee, or you can choose to fight. And he chooses to fight. And I feel you. I've been in a corner for too long in my life. And this was even before I got diagnosed with MS. I've been cowering for so long, running from everything. Even though people looked at me as being crazy and strong in a sense, but I cowered inside. Scary. Totally different person than what you guys see now. So to a certain degree, MS has changed me, and MS has brought me out of my shell. And kind of MS is outside of the pain and the fatigue and stuff. I needed it in my life per se to become the person that I am. And I sit and I look at it, and a lot of us say this, that it was a reason for me getting diagnosed. I don't know if it was to help other people like myself, or if it was just to change something in my life. And I do apologize, guys, for you guys that are coming in. Hello, how are you doing? And thank you for watching Fierce Friday. We are talking about MS doesn't have me. And our bullet points that we're focusing on today is finding good in the bad, which you've already talked about. You might want to go ahead and rewind that and start from the beginning if you haven't. We're on being optimistic, which we're actually about to segue out of. And we're going to go into our last bullet point before I open the floor and see if anyone wants to come up and give a little short story about how MS doesn't have them or whatnot. And if that's you and you want to do it, look, we got somebody already. Just want to come up. Is this Paul? No, it's Miss Jelessa Mason. Miss Mason just got brave all of a sudden. There, Miss Mason, we're adding you. Book is going to allow you to come up today, ma'am. I didn't even do my last bullet point, but I'm going to go ahead and let you up there if we can get you up here. So my head is bobbing and messing up. So, but while we're waiting to see if Miss Jelessa is going to come up, I am looking at the comments here. Cherry KMS. Jelessa, it says it's adding you, so make sure your phone is turned. You have to make sure your phone, guys. If you ever want to come up, I have my phone in the long way, and so you have to turn it that way in order to. Sometimes Facebook doesn't allow you to come up unless you have your phone up that way. I'm gonna try. Facebook wants to act. But so well, Jelessa made a point about the medication. If nothing's working, stop taking them. You know, we got somebody else that wants to come up. Miss Sherry. Hey, Miss Sherry. Let's see. Jelessa, not to be. Well, Miss Sherry wanted to come up. Miss Sherry, are you trying to come up? I'm trying to get one of you guys up here. Okay, let's see. It keeps kicking you out. Okay. Well, Miss Sherry, I'm trying to add you, and it says no answer from live video. They suck. And then somebody else is trying to come up. Okay. Sherry. Let's try this, Miss Sherry. I got to be Sherry trying to come up. Facebook just want to be a butt. All right, so it threw me off. So while we're trying to see if they will allow this Miss Sherry to come up, we're gonna go a little bit onto that last bullet point here. Let's focus more on creating, less on returning to old. And what I is trying to add Miss Sherry, Jelessa. Give me 1 second. Let's see what happens with Miss Sherry, and then as we talk to Miss Sherry, I'll try you again. Focusing on recreating. Guys, have you not realized you're not the same person anymore? And for some reason, they won't add nobody, and that's sucky. Do you guys have your phone turned this way? Yeah, Paul. I'm not sure why it's not allowing them to come on. I'm trying to listen one more time. I'm gonna try you one more time. I'm gonna start back over. Anymore. I'm not trying to be nasty or rude or just sticking a dagger. You're not the same person anymore. All right. So let's get that out. Let's get that out. Tell yourself you're not the same person anymore. All right. Did you enjoy the person that you used to be? Some of us love and cherish the person that we used to be. Yeah, Paul. Pretty much, right? Uh Jelessa, is anything popping up saying um to add? Cause I pressed the add button. I'm not but so you guys have to realize that I'm not yes, I love that person and it says no answer. Maybe you guys supposed to press something else? I haven't done this on my end to where no, if you're supposed to press another button, if it sends out another button. Paul, when I send it out, does it ask for you to press another button to accept or anything like that? I'm not sure. But so with us not being that same person, and it's possible we might not become that same person. Oh, okay, it says app not responding, then close. Okay. And you guys are sending me requests to come up, right? And let's see, what if I do this? Hold on, guys. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try. All right. So we get that we're trying to return to that old person. We're trying to return to that old person. So
Yes.
hey, yeah, I had to stop you guys' request and do it over. Send it to you myself.
Okay. Cool.
Yes.
Uh, I just wanted to say something real quick. I'm not going to stay on long. I went to Oklahoma City today because I had an MRI done. I was supposed to have it done way back in like May or June, and got the first part of the MRI done. And when they got ready to do the contrast, they could not get my veins. All of my veins blew. It was 4 people. I got stuck 6 times. And they were like, oh, we're pulling out our best people and nothing. And they were like, it's up to you. Do you want us to try one more time? I was like, you know what? I'm good. But it was a great experience. Today's a great day. I was a little rushed and my ride came early, but everything went okay. And I met a not sure, what all this means, but I met a lady. Let me start back over because I'm going off the subject. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. Um, I met a lady through a group, one of the MS groups. I have no idea who added me to the group, but I'm really
Mm-hmm.
just want to say that you are doing a great job because before I talk to you, and I would get in those groups with the people that had their pity parties, and I would get out because that's just not part of my character. And through someone, I don't know who put me in this last group, but I met a girl who's from my hometown, and she lives in Tulsa, which is like about an hour away from where I am. And she turned me on to a doctor in Oklahoma City that she goes to. And I was like, never heard of them. And she's like, but I went and did my research. And there's an MS center here in Oklahoma. I had no idea. Like, I've had MS for 25 years, and I've never heard of it. Like,
Really?
why? Like 2 blocks from my doctor's office where I go, and I don't understand. Why do I not know this information? So someone said earlier, I don't remember if it was Tracy or someone said earlier, about you get more information on the internet, which is so true. So we do have to keep networking between each other. We need to know, we let each other know where we are so we can find out information to help ourselves. Like, I want to change doctors, and there's so much going on with me. You know, I walk, I'm outside walking. It's a nice day. We're supposed to get some storms. But for me to find out that there's an MS center that they specialize in MS, I'm like really upset about that. Like, why do I not know that? You know, and I don't know. But just to go back to say that this is good, and you need to continue doing what you're doing, and we all need to help each other. Had I not met that lady, I can't even think of her name right now, that happens to be from my hometown, which I just moved back to 8 months ago, I never would have got this information. And
Okay.
I'm just overwhelmed. So keep up the good work. We got to keep networking and telling each other stuff to keep each other going. Who knows? Together, maybe we'll all find a cure for MS, you know? So that's all my 2 cents.
Well, thank you, ma'am. Should I let you go now? Did you? You're stuck, so I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. Well, it's stuck on my phone. I'm not sure why. It won't even it won't even let me let her go. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is I don't know if you guys Facebook. Boy. Let's see. Well, Miss Sherry, I'm trying to add you now. Maybe it'll let you come up. And first, Miss Sherry, you might be able to come up as well. And thank you, Jelessa. I totally appreciate it. And Paul, we need each other. We definitely do. Just like how she stated, you'd be very surprised what you find out when we talk amongst each other. And I am so trying to push that. So I missed a lot of comments here, but yeah, you're right, Paul. We would experience a major depression. And it's because that part of us, that old us, has been taken away. All right, well, that Miss Sherry Anderson, I tried to pull you up. I don't know if you're still on, Miss Sherry. Did you still want to come up, Miss Anderson? Let me know. I'll try and send it again to you. But yeah, that depression hits us so hard when we get that old us taken away from us. If we really enjoyed it, it's almost like, man, why can't I be that same person again? Better question for you. Why can't you recreate yourself? That's the question you need to ask. Why can I make a better me? A better me that can enjoy life now with what's going on with me, to try to find out a better way to enjoy life so that I won't have to, once it's time for me to go, I won't be dying in misery. Because MS can get us to that point where if we're so focused on what it took from us, what it's not allowing us to do, when it is other things that we can do, we just choose not to do it. Keyword. Can I say it again? Let me rewind. What we choose not to do, what we are able to do and allowed to do with this disease, we won't do it because we're so focusing. We're still focusing on that old stuff that we used to do. We used to go dancing. Be honest with you, Go out there okay, I'm gonna try you one more time, Miss Sherry. Let's see if you're still up here. It might not even. It might not let you accept. I guess it's trying to say that one person was already on here. I really don't know how it really works. I know I read somewhere it's like only one person at a time can come up when I was reading, but then I don't know if that meant like once one person comes up, another person can't come up. So I'm not sure. So that's a good question. You can try it. I might shoot something out to Paul to see if it plays. If it lets Paul comes up, I mean, if it let Paul come up, then Paul, I think you and Facebook got something going on that you need to talk to me about, brother. Miss Carrie, if I'm saying that right, I might not be saying that right. I'm just gonna say Miss Taylor says her mom had it for 30 years. Her brother has it, and she was diagnosed after had her son 11 years ago, and it's so your mom, then your brother, my parents has it, and they just don't want to. They don't. They just don't want to admit the fact that they got it. Automatically, it just told me he wasn't gonna let you up. Let's see. It just took that button off of you, Paul. Not sure why. See, it just picks and chooses that who it wants to add. I'm not sure if it's because of it's just going back and forth on who it wants to add. Guys, about that. And it could just be my son's phone that's acting up as well. I'm trying to. Well, Miss Sherry just said that you declined that one. All right, so let's try Paul one more time here. Jessica says, not only do we need each other, but we also need a good support base of family and friends. Ha! Ah, Paul! Ah!
How's it going, LaRon?
What you got going on with Facebook that you won't let nobody else come up?
I don't know what's happening, man, but yeah, I did have to reboot my my apps up, right?
Okay. And I think sometimes it has all right, so when I go to try to add somebody and I look, I can try to go add them and then the add button to disappear and go to someone else that doesn't want to come up. And so it just keeps fluctuating. I don't know if it's there. I don't know if it's your guys' phone or like how Paul was just saying refreshing the app or whatnot.
Yeah, I had to turn off the other apps running on my phone, right? Like I had a bunch of apps running in the background. I had to stop them all for it to work.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you know what? It might be something that's going on my son's phone as well, because he's 12 and he got like 30 things going on. Now, but before I let you go, do you have anything that you would like to say on the subject, sir?
Well, I was going to say that Sherry that you're talking to, that is the group leader for the MS Society meeting that I go to every first Thursday of the month. Cool. So she actually runs our group, and she's one of those people that definitely takes things with a grain of salt, you know. And so I was hoping that you could bring her up here. Yesterday in our MS Society meeting, we talked about mood changes, right? And so the things like this are the reason why you should go to a meeting, right? And you go to a meeting, you learn a lot of things, and not just off the internet, but literally, if you research the MS Society and you find those groups in your area, there are people in your area that do go to those meetings, and there's people like myself and Sherry and Anthony and a number of other people that go to these meetings regularly, right? And we discuss the things, the doctors around us, we discuss the medications, we go to all of the sponsored events in our area, right? And it's not just for ourselves, but it's also for those freshly diagnosed people. And so if you are one that is looking for that person to help support you, or you're looking for that that outlet to be able to help other people, I totally recommend you look up an MS Society meeting in your area, because it is certainly something that has helped me in my time of weaknesses. And so between some of the great Facebook groups, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of good, there's also a lot of real bad ones, right? And so
Yeah.
just
Well, let me say that. And then what's so bad about that situation is that is such a wonderful and great idea. And what's so hard in my situation here is I feel you on that. And that situation is here, available, but the joy that I've seen you come on, and Miss Sherry, it talks wonderful about it, and I get so happily jealous. But the joy that you talk about it, that joy, the joy isn't here, and I don't think it's not because a lot of people aren't showing up. A lot of people aren't showing up, I feel, is because the atmosphere. And
well, you can change
I'm
that,
in a
LaRon.
situation to, huh?
I said, you can change that, LaRon. You can call up the MS Society and say, hey, I want to host my own meeting, and they will help you. I'm serious.
Yeah. I actually I talked to them earlier this week. I'm waiting for them to call me back.
Yep.
So
I just got one last thing before, and I'll let you go, LaRon. I just want to say that it's easy to put the faux pas on and be strong, right? And I say a lot of things, and I don't want anybody to misconstrue what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong in any mindset of have I been there? I've been there, right? I understand what it is to be in that pity party. Right, I do. I get it.
yeah.
I caught myself in that, and almost everybody that deals with MS is going to catch themselves in that. And hopefully, you catch yourself in it. If you don't catch yourself in it and you don't identify it, you are going to continue to spiral. And so that is where you need strong people around you to help. That's really just where you need strong people in it to help you pull out of it. Because if you don't have those strong people to help you pull out of it, my phone keeps freezing. If you don't have those strong people to help you pull out of it, you will truly be doing more damage to your body than just the disease alone.
You're totally right, because I can sit up here and identify with that as well, because unfortunately I can sit up here and say I was in a situation family wise, they didn't see me, they didn't see how I allow MS to mask and where I just basically tried to take that easy way. And we lost Paul. I'm not sure if that was on his part or my part. Facebook just acting crazy. But yeah, I try to get that low, and you don't have that support around you. Um, so I do understand that the networking on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter can only go so far. But guys, guess what? You want to know what? When you do find someone and you do look at the group, you do know that you can find out where that person stays. Do you know how many people just might be staying right next to you? Do you know how many people that might be in the same city, the same state? And the only way that you did not notice is because you didn't sit and click on where they were from or post in the group that you're in. Hey, is anybody in Texas? Is anybody in this city? Is anybody 30 minutes away? You get what I'm saying? You can actually do that. Have you not noticed? It's like this little long thing that says comment. What's your thought of the day? What are you thinking about? What's wrong with you? Whatever that little slide is when you put up there, hey, is anybody where I'm at right now? I'm like 30 minutes away from Checkers. Well, I'm just saying Checkers. I'm sorry. I don't even know why Checkers on my mind. But yeah. So I was there, and you cannot sit and to focus to dig on who you used to be. And you know that even goes with people that haven't been diagnosed with MS, with just stress, with just cancer, with bipolar, with any type of disease, where recreating yourself is the best cure for you, the best treatment for you. Getting out of big life, society, heck, certain groups in itself put this stipulation on people, this status, this label on that you have to be this certain person. So when that type of person that you were, or that group of people that you were a part of, you can't be a part of that group anymore, and they're looking at you. You know what? Matter of fact, I know a lot of people, and this is true, that are like in sororities and fraternities that getting diagnosed, and once they were, how can you say, let out of the box, then it was looked at different. Why? Why should I look at my sorority sister different because they have a disease? Why should I look at my fraternity brother different because he can't step? You know what I'm saying? He can't do a little stepping the thing. You know what I'm saying? No more. You know, can't go out to the club, can't drink, can't do the parties no more. We supposed to be a brotherhood. We supposed to be a sisterhood. And there's other groups out there, political groups and all this, you know, you get cut down because you don't look the part anymore. There's nobody else doing it but us, ourselves. And until us as the world, as people realize that we are undercutting ourselves. And that's what I mean about recreating. That's what I mean about being optimistic. That's what I mean about stop looking at the bad. You want to know what? Even though it looks good on paper, your sorority, your fraternity, your group, your political status, your, heck, you want to go all the way down to biblical status, so that you, how you are in the church, how far you were in work. You look at that, right? You used to be that person. You're not this person anymore. So that doesn't mean you can't be somebody else great. Does that mean you can't do other great things, that you can't be somebody special? Do you have kids? Do you actually have a spouse, a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a partner, just in general, that's there with you, that's sticking with you? That means you're special. That means you're special to those people. That means you have to find something to continue to be special. in our being. Well, we know that, and Paul's right. I just been sitting on it. I don't want to. God, you don't want to undercut somebody, but then you see something that's not going right. And you see that something can be done better about it, then why not? It hasn't stopped me now, and so I might as well keep going, right? So I guess I'm on a mission, Paul, next week to give him a. But so you just have to recreate yourself, guys. So we're gonna go back over the bullet points here. Today was about not allowing MS to basically just take over you. You got MS. MS doesn't have you, right? Our bullet points for today was finding good in the bad, being optimistic, and let's focus more on recreating, less on returning to the old. So Sid says the only person has let you down is you. You gotta love yourself before someone else can love you, and that is so right, Sid. Even though I added some extra words there, you are so totally right on that part. We had two special guests. We had the lovely Miss Mason and Paul, that for some reason Facebook loves to have on my feed. So I really think that there's just something saying that me and Paul just need to sit down and get together and have our own TV show. Something. Paul is hitting on something, and I'm gonna figure it out. It's turning. Trust me, it's turning. It's turning, and I think it's almost there. I'm just trying to figure out how I can make it work and how I can allow everybody to see it. It might be something that's being recorded, but I think I'm finding a way to do it, and it can be done either on the phone or heck, Facebook Messenger. I'm thinking out the kinks, and as soon as I figure it out, trust me, you're gonna be the first one, and we're gonna figure out how we're gonna do it and whatnot. But anyway, so guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, you already knew there's a subscribe button sitting right there in that little corner right here, and it's a previous episode right here. And if you miss any of my Fierce Friday, guys, you know what? Let me put this in here where you can find, if you didn't know, you can actually find all of the previous episodes, all 3 seasons of Multiple Sclerosis Monday and Fierce Friday online. Did you guys not know that? Oh my God, I'm so hurt. Oh. I can't believe you didn't know that, right? Where have you guys been? Have you not watched this show or something? Oh my goodness. So, if you didn't know, let me put you on. And let me sit up here and put this in here. Look. Boom. There you go right there. Don't forget to ring the bell. Don't forget to sit up here and add the notification button up here so that you can know that any new things that comes out on ICanBeatMS on YouTube. That is the actual channel, guys. ICanBeatMS on YouTube. You can also see other videos. I actually have 19 to 20 videos you guys have never seen that's been on Facebook that you can't get because they've been archived, but I downloaded them just in time and I put them on YouTube. And so feel free to go over there and watch them, guys. And if you're still watching this on Facebook, feel free to come back Monday, 7 o'clock, same time, same Facebook page. And we're going to have Sclerosis Monday. and gonna return back again Friday. But let me see what Miss Sherry's saying right here. Miss Sherry had to learn to depend on her son. Her body completely shut down. She shut down. We have love and respect for each other. They have love and respect for each other. And like she said, back to the fullest. She still travels and do everything that we want to do. And the MS group is very special to her. It's her family. Well, I'm not even there, and I feel part of the family. Miss Sherry, thank you so much, guys. But until then, again, the subscribe button is up here and in the previous episodes, guys. I love you guys. Thank you for watching Fierce Friday. Toodaloo. Jadim. Love ya.